Greetings. This is Commissioner Nuumo Taalib Amin of the House of Shiva. I'd like to briefly tell you about my experience and how and why I got involved with the Ark of Nubia and the House of Shiva. About 5 years ago, I was surfing the internet and I ran across some writings of an Empress Shiva, Queen Shiva Kasambu Rada III. I was unfamiliar with this empress, didn't know of her existence. So I spent some time, read a few articles, wrote and got in touch with the author, or the Ark of Nubia, and they suggested I read further, and then I was invited a bit later to study in the libraries. I spent many months, many hours studying, tracing, retracing, making comparative studies of things I read over the years. One of the keys, I taught African studies, African history, Nile Valley civilization, lectured on these subjects for over 30 years, and I did not know the existence of a Queen of Sheba sitting on a current Sheba throne. After about 2 years of studies and joining the Ark of Nubia, I was invited to work in the Task Force Academy, where we would be training others from across the world who came and joined the Ark, teaching them the royal protocols, the royal histories, how we're structured, how the kingdoms were, the royals, the 13 imperial lines, information that I didn't know existed, but I studied and was able then to transmit this to students. The Empress did a wondrous thing by bringing those of us born in the West, the so-called diaspora, back into the royal house. The Queen herself being born in South America, Trinidad, an island that is actually hooked to South America. She then brought us back into the fold, and in my studies I found that a lot of us who were raised in North America actually were originally, our parents, our ancestry goes back to the Caribbean, because our people started coming to the Caribbean back in the 1600s, specifically royals from the Idamina house. The Idamina is Eurasia, Americas, the Middle East, North Africa, and interior Africa. And these are the royal lines. In opening up the doors to members of the diaspora community, several were installed and brought into the house with official functions within the House of Shiva, the imperial throne. I witnessed the coming together and unification of the 55 African nations, kingdoms, and sub-kingdoms with the original Shiva throne. I subsequently witnessed Idamina, which is comprised of 22 Middle Eastern and North African nations, coming into unity with the throne of Shiva. In 2017, I witnessed the unification with the ancient Silla kingdom and the Silla throne, and a replica of the gold crown of Silla, that's S-I-L-L-A, is being created as I speak for the coronation of the Empress later on this month. In 2016, we also were recognized by the United Nations as DESA, as it's called, CSO, NGO, MG, major group. We are also connected through ECOSOC, a UN affiliate organization. We're united with the African Court of International Arbitration. And the culmination was the presentation on August 1st to the U of N, the MobiDollar, a new cryptocurrency created by a member of the Federation from the Silla Kingdom. And this was accepted as a credible currency by the UN. This currency has a valuation that's quite unique in that it deals with the world's peoples, the world's lands, and the people's capabilities to produce, which is inestimable. So, therefore, the currency will have value. We also have plans to use those currencies in our Project 7 Phoenix One in Light approach to the 17 Sustainable Goals of the United Nations, starting with eliminating poverty, wiping out hunger across the South world, all our kingdoms, and beyond. The Empress looks out for all of the children of the world. She sees them all as her own. These programs are designed for the peoples of the world, and we plan to implement them across the kingdoms, across the countries, to bring peace, unity, stability, and wealth enhancement to the peoples of the world. There's a spot for you. All we're looking for are people that are willing to learn, willing to work, willing to follow and work the plan, and willing to treat the people with respect no matter where we're sent. I look forward to your joining on with us at the African Royal Kingdoms. That's African-Royal-Kingdoms.com, or at the African Kingdoms Federation, African-Kingdoms-Federation.com, or Nubia Sheba Kingdoms. That's Nubia-Sheba with an H-Kingdoms.com. You take the decision. It's yours. Do it for your grandchildren and your grandchildren's sake. Thank you.